Okay. So, we have the treasure box here. We need to actually complete the stage. I do not have any idea of what a good route is here. I don't feel like going backwards seems like a good idea here, though. I don't really see how it would save me time when I still have to come over here at some point. Unless there's just a more efficient time to come over here, I guess. This, of course, lets me have a lot of freedom in going from one place to another in this stage, but not like that. What's the time I need anyways? A minute 45 is a lot of time, I feel like. I'll happily hold on to this thing. I like the idea of just kind of generally working my way up as I go. I did not need that there. Don't know if I could have hovered up to the right there to save myself a little time. Okay. Again, that didn't feel particularly fantastic, but... Oh, more ice. I do kind of look the part, but... You know what, it's been a while since we've had fun with Ice Marble. We have another Ice Marble now. There's more than one of those for some reason. It's Frostbite, which was cool. But then we got back to... regular old Ice Marble as well, which is really bright in this game. There we go. Everything is a nice eye-bleeding bright white now. I think I recognize this one. How in the world did I do that earlier? I guess I just went around really wide like this. Did I? Landing on the very edge helps a lot because you actually get grip and your spin actually does something. If you don't, then you have to worry about... There you go. Other issues. Oh, goodbye. Yeah, I really can't start off that fast. By the time I'm on the ice, I need to be going in a reasonable direction. Yeah, if you manage to land on the very edge, your spin actually, you know, does something as you touch the ground. Oh, never mind that one, which is extraordinarily useful. My god! Slowly slide off the edge. Fastest thing probably is to cut the corner here really tightly. Seems plenty possible. Because again, that gives you some actual grip, so you actually can turn here. I don't know if this is overkill or not. try to go for a decent time. Well, you can do it the difficult way that doesn't give you any time travels. You can also just not jump. Come on, we have a whole world out there to see. You don't need to be stuck right here. Every other time I managed to narrowly not fall off the side there. There we go. Okay. Use this opportunity to slow down a good deal. Where do I go? This is the Matrix part. I feel like that was a decent time, I guess. You know, for not having any idea how to route the section at the end. Okay, I don't know why in the world you're given a whole minute for gold here, though, on the other hand. Seems a little ludicrous to me. Okay. But as for any secrets here, did we find one last time we were here? Because I'm pretty sure we've been on this stage before. Maybe just being around one of these crystals, but I could be wrong. There is this speed boost you can use for some reason. Actually, why in the world would you want this jump? Once you're here, like, there's nothing to jump at. Unless you want to jump on top of something like this. So otherwise, you don't need verticality at that point. You need to go straight. Don't see anything on here. Okay. For some reason, those render right on top of the clouds. That should not be happening, in my opinion. Oh, there you are. Alright, so that's the thing you need the verticality for. Okay, cool. Okay, so first thing we could do is actually probably get the checkpoint over here. Or die trying. Alright, now let's just run up to the checkpoint first, because that'll just be convenient for retrying anything we do here. And it's quite close to everything else we would want. My thought was, let's actually pick up the power-up and then go to a checkpoint, but did not quite do that in the proper order. This will probably be difficult. Getting up this might be annoying. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Specifically wanted to pick up the power-up before going up here, or before activating the checkpoint. Is it enough to just jump here? Yes, it is. No, whatever. Okay, too cool, I guess, makes sense for this place. Ah, this one again. Oh, I assume we have the... I didn't manage to get a diamond on this one last time I was here, I don't think. I assume we're gonna leave everything in the same spot as far as the, treasure box is concerned, because I never managed to grab that one actually. Some real simple auto-scroller stuff here. At least there's something for you to do when there are time travels to pick up along the way. You can, in theory, save some time here, I think, by running it on the rail. Ah! I didn't realize it was still going there. I didn't realize I was still going to the same platform. Let's just check real quick. Yes, I do need to go to the same spot to pick up those... Pick up the treasure box here. That's gonna be a pain. Actually, there's no reason to get ahead of the platform then in that particular section I was in before. Since... Oh, I guess you go up. Okay, you go right instead of going up on the platform. But, you still have to wait for the platform again afterwards, so running it on that rail, as I'm tempted to do, would not actually do anything for me. Which is unfortunate. That seems like an opportunity to actually have a fun way of saving time. And it just turns out you don't. Wait for me. Or don't. I'm fast enough. Admittedly not the most engaging level in my opinion. It's just a little too dull waiting for these guys as you slowly inch past them. I don't think you really need to rush so much on this section as to justify going out on that rail. There we go. I don't know where all the time travels might be here, if there are any. There we go. Nothing too bad. I don't know if that was better than I did the first time I went through here. Back in the previous release. Alright, let's give a shot to picking up the one pickup here. I like that. It's also annoying it just takes so long to get to that part every time you try to go through the stage to pick up the treasure box. But yeah, it's just a tricky jump, in my opinion. You have to... Yeah, like, just trying to jump up on that is really tough. Like, the very first time I tried it, I got so close, but I fell off the girder. And I never managed to get up on there again. Like, so far, to me, this is the most difficult treasure box in the entire release. In the entirety of Marble Blast Ultra. Marble Blast Ultra? Marble It Up Ultra, you know what I mean. Yeah, you just have to... Is it really just that precise of a bounce thing getting up on top? It looks to me like that's what you need to do, because if you look... Like, there's clearly a... Yeah, there's a path to jump on, so they clearly want you to go on top of here, and then jump onto this girder and jump up. And being on the girders is fine, the problem is just bouncing onto that girder to start with. The first time you have to jump onto a girder, that's just a really hard thing to do. How you have to jump at a particular speed on a moving platform. Off of a steep angle. And land on a very thin girder. I mean, very thin as far as something to like land on goes. Very thin as far as something to, you know, roll on goes, not especially. There's also a weird contrast between this and then all the other occasions where like even the hard path that's... Ah! That stupid spin. even the hard path that has... Oh, hold on. Never mind. Even the hard path that is kind of typo-ish still has guardrails on the platforms. That's so precise. It's just so much more precise than anything else here. I'm surprised with how much easier they made everything else in this release by some metrics. How they left this quite difficult, in my opinion. This quite difficult treasure box here. I'll give it a couple more shots. I'm not gonna spend a whole like 10 minutes on this or anything. And then we just may have to mark it as the one treasure box we might either, you know, get at a later date, or maybe never get, or maybe get off screen or something. Now you need to be going faster than that. You need to be going quickly to bounce up the right way, but I have a tendency to end up just hopping over the thing by accident. That's the thing, it's not placed such that you can just jump at it and hit it at the top of your arc or anything. It's much more precise than that. You have to hit it at a particular point in your arc with a particular speed. Okay. See, that happens so often. And if I could just respawn right next to it and then try it, it wouldn't be nearly as bad. But when it takes like 30 seconds each time you try, that is so much worse. Ah. I can't tell if I want to try to arc up as I hit it or arc down. I'm just kind of vaguely jumping at it while trying to hit it roughly towards the top of my arc, even though that doesn't work, because I'll go over it if I do that. Which is why I keep going over it. I feel like anytime I try anything else, I don't quite manage to bounce off the right way. The thing is, this is still, even just doing this one jump isn't enough. You still have to do some tricky-ish platforming afterwards. Alright, I'll give myself until we hit the 20-minute mark, I guess, but then we'll call it there. I'd love to pick up all the treasure boxes in this game. I do actually quite enjoy getting them. It's just this one is a bit too much for me. Come on, you don't need extra stuff like that. I have like 2 more attempts left at this rate. It's because it takes so darn long every time. The speed lines showing up when you're just sitting on a platform that's moving at a slow speed is kind of silly. Oh, alright, I'll just call it there. Alright, next time we'll move on. Maybe one day. Not today, though.